3 days away.
Anyone else out there think that the next 3 days are going to be longer than the last 3 months combined, waiting for EA Play, the 10 hours, and then also the web app? I'll wait.
Heide, nein nochmal, das ist aber Wahnsinn.
What's happening, boys, and welcome to the FIFA 21 Team of the Week 1 Prediction Extravaganza episode. You're also going to contain some information in here that might be relevant for you guys waiting for EA Play or the web app or the 10 hours, which is the EA Play. Just wanted to clear some things up. A lot of you guys have been asking on Twitter if the web app is going to be coming out, and as far as I can tell, the web app, according to this graphic that was posted on Twitter a couple days ago, is confirmed for September 30th, and then EA Play is confirmed for October 1st. That means that if you have EA Play on either PS5, PS4, or Xbox, you will be able to do your 10 hours there. The early access release date is October 6th. So if you pre-ordered the Ultimate or Champions League Edition, that means you get to play the game 3 days before the full release on the 9th. So the key dates are web app on the 30th. You've got the EA Play release, which is October 1st. That is when you're going to have your 10 hours. And then the early access release is going to be October 6th. And then October 9th is when it's going to be the full release. But today, we're going to have a little bit of fun, talk about some stuff, predict some Team of the Weeks, which is going to be a very, very important part to our journey, building our first squads, whether we're going to do rivals, whether we're getting ready for weekend league and such. But today we're going to predict some Team of the Week items. I'll tell you one Team of the Week card that's not going to happen. Inform Pipita. Hey, like, what the actual hell, bro? What was that? We are just a few days away from the web app on the 30th, which is where you should do your trading. And then also once the EA Play comes out on the 1st, that should be mainly, I think I'm going to be grinding squad battles mostly. I think that makes the most sense. I might just swerve rivals entirely, because if that comes out on, the EA Play comes out on October 1st, which is, what is that, Wednesday or Thursday? That way we can get our squad battles rewards on Sunday. So I think I'm probably just going to grind those 10 hours and just try to get as high of a ranking as possible on the RTG, and then just get those squad battles ranks up so I can get so I can possibly get some good rewards on the RTG and the main. But like I always say, boys, we're very, very close to both those dates. If you guys are looking forward to FIFA 21, if you guys feel like the hype is finally here, drop a mad lad like on the video. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. And with these predictions, take them with a grain of salt. You know, I can't cover everyone. I'm not doing the full 22. I'm just doing some of the ones that are more intriguing to me. And having said that, we are going to start with possibly one of the craziest ones. And wouldn't you know it, Wissam Ben Yedder against Strasbourg goes ahead and gets himself 3 goals, just takes no prisoners, had a little bit of banter with a couple other content creators, including Castro and Nep on Twitter, and could very likely see himself get an 86 rated inform card with some ridiculous stats, and might just be one of the most expensive cards. Obviously is going to be one of the most expensive cards in this Team of the Week if he manages to get it. I can't envision a scenario where EA don't give it to him, but could see himself get this ridiculous card, like I said, versus Strasbourg, where he did get himself, 2 goals, not 3 goals. He got himself 2 goals in a match where they won versus Strasbourg. So Ben Yedder could be one. Now, Suarezito, newly arrived to Atletico Madrid, was subbed on in the 71st minute and within 15 minutes banged in 2 goals and provided an assist. Granted, it was Granada. It was a 6-1 victory. The only other candidate I could see getting an inform card would be João Felix. And I feel like maybe they would go João Felix over him just because he is one of the cover stars. He is one of the younger athletes. Younger athletes. I mean, he is a younger athlete, but he is one of the younger players and is one of the cover stars as well. So I don't know. I feel like they could easily give it to João Felix, but I feel like they could easily give it to Suarez, but I could easily see them give it to João Felix as well, just because he might create a little bit more hype, and would be, I believe, like an 84 or an 85 rated card if he got himself an inform card. So like I said, 2 goals and an assist for Suarezito, and it was very impressive just because he did it all within 15 minutes, and he is a transfer, so he'd be something a little bit different. Now, we're going to stay in, we'll mix this up. We'll pop on over to the Premier League, and it's a Vardy party. While Suarez banged in 2 goals and an assist versus a relatively easy opponent in the form of Granada, Vardy absolutely took no prisoners, got himself a hat-trick versus Manchester City, a game where they obviously won as well. So I think it's very much going to be a Vardy party. The interesting thing that's going to be with these informs and special cards this year is the the upgrade system, right? So a lot of people were upset that some of their favorite players had downgraded cards from FIFA 20, and I think that's going to be, I think that was done because they want to leave a little bit more room for possibly more promos and more special cards, which is why I see him get a +1, which I think he'd get a +1 anyway. But I don't think I don't think they're going to crack the stats off as big as they did last year, or maybe they will. Who knows? That's one thing that'll be interesting to see. But I could see him getting something like an 87 rated, close to 90 pace, really good shooting stats. Nice bit of dribbling and some good physical as well. So an 87 Vardy party. I think he is a shoo-in. 3 goals versus Manchester City. Incredible performance, hat-trick, and then also against a really good squad. So I think he gets himself that one. Now, another fan favorite would be Herving Lozano, who would get himself very likely an 84 rated card. Got himself 2 goals in a thrashing of Genoa. Would see him get a card with about 94, 95 pace, really good dribbling stats, and just a meta card. Would see himself get this 84 rated card. But the only thing that would stand in the way of this would be a Dries Mertens card, which, fun fact about this card, Dries Mertens has had a Team of the Week in the first week of every FIFA since it was released, since the series began in late 1993. So Dries Mertens had a goal and 2 assists, and he just seems to get a Team of the Week item every year and would just fill the quota of having like a couple high-rated players. Suarezita would fit the bill, Vardy would fit the bill, and then Mertens would fit the bill, obviously giving us some of those like 87, 88 rated informs. So he could see himself get something like this, and obviously would be a hella expensive card. Now, we're going to stay in the Serie A, and we're going to go over to someone that is not being spoken about often. He's being a little bit disrespected, if I'm being honest with you. It is none other than Sassuolo's own Caputo. Now, Caputo had a goal and assist, but he also had 2 goals that were disallowed. They ended up winning 4-1 and was just an incredible talent. I think he's going to be scoring a whole lot of goals for Sassuolo this year, and I could see him get something like this, and he's 4-star, and he's just a really good-looking card. 86 pace, 82 shooting, 80 dribbling, is what I'm predicting him to get as well. Remember, again, a goal and assist, but then also 2 were disallowed. So I don't know if they factor that in, but I think Caputo, not a shoo-in, but I feel like if we're talking about Serie A players, maybe Frank Yannick Kessie, and then Caputo are some of the main guys that we could be talking about as well. Now, more recently, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but Bowen for West Ham. Very solid performance against a very good team. The Portuguese national team, AK Wolves, got himself a goal and assist. The West Ham man himself, 84 pace, 77 shooting, 72 passing, 81 dribbling, with some 69 physical is what I'm predicting for him. Not the craziest card ever, but would be a very nice 80 rated card for a Premier League starter squad, and or would just be a guy that you would probably make some decent coin on if you packed him, because he's English, and he gets a bunch of really good links, and he's not got a bad card at all. So I would say Bowen might be a guy that you could see get into the squad in terms of Premier League players joining Vardy alongside some of the other Premier League boys. Now, moving on to Ansu Fati, who Barcelona won their game, obviously, and then Ansu Fati is one of those youngsters that I think EA are going to want to reward with many cards this year, and I think Team of the Week 1 would be a perfect opportunity for that. He got 2 goals, and he would just have a ridiculous card. Something like 93, 94 pace, some good shooting, dribbling. Maybe I shortchanged him on the dribbling a little bit. Maybe get something like 84, but he would see himself get something like an 81 or 82 rated inform in Team of the Week 1, assuming he gets it. Now, we're going to bounce over to my favorite league, which is obviously the Bundesliga. And this pains me to say it as someone that, roots for Bayern. But Kramaric was just absolutely incredible for Hoffenheim. 4-1. And it just didn't seem like Bayern were up for the task. The Croatian mad lad himself just stepped up. Now, it should be noted that he started at left wing, and informs are given out based on where the player starts. So we could see ourselves get a left wing Kramaric, and I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that, unless you're running a 4-3-2-1 where you have the left forward and the right forward just narrowed in a little bit. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but Kramaric, if he does get himself an inform, I don't know how they don't, given the strength of the opponent, and then also the accomplishment, which is the Hattie verse, a really good, obviously the best team in the Bundesliga as well. So Kramaric, I'm fully expecting to get an inform and represent the Croatian Mad Lads as well. We've got ourselves Morales, who again is another guy for Valencia who's going a little bit under the radar. 4-star would see himself get something like an 83 rated, had a goal and an assist in their victory, 81 shooting, 85 dribbling, 70 physical, and then 78 passing. Think this would be just an absolutely cracked card if EA do go ahead and give it to him. So Morales definitely one of those favorite starter cards. One of those guys that people are definitely looking at for, you know, maybe a medium range 50-60,000 coin squad build. Maybe even 100,000, sub 100,000 coin squad build. But once this inform comes out, depending on the price, could be a guy that you could see a lot of in Rivals and maybe even first week of Foot Champs. So Morales, I think, fully deserves a card as well. And then if we're going to stay in the La Liga, you can't talk about anyone else but Fede Valverde. They ended up winning 3-2. Was, I believe, the man of the match, had a goal, got things kick-started off. I believe the assist was from Benzema. The only thing I will say is I think they want to give it to Valverde. I think EA are going to want to give the card to Valverde because it's just going to look so cracked, almost club 80, and you can guarantee that he's going to have a few more cards throughout the year. But the only other thing is that Ramos scored the goal to make it 3-2. So I think if there's one player that's going to be like 90 plus rated that's going to sneak into the team of the week, I think it could be Sergio Ramos. But I think Valverde is the guy that deserves a little bit more. Now, what else do we have? Another guy that people aren't giving enough credit to, in my honest opinion, is Meslier. Ilan Meslier for Leeds. And Nick would love this one. Had an incredible performance. They won 1-0, and he had a clean sheet performance and had a couple really crazy saves. Was a silver last year, and I believe would be probably a silver this year. Could see himself get a really nice little upgrade there. And in terms of players that deserve it, had one of the best goalkeeper performances. I know the Newcastle keeper is someone that's in the discussion as well, but I think Leeds, being new to the Premier League and a little bit more smexy, I think Meslier would be a nice little addition there. Now, moving on to possibly my favorite card of all time, and Elite Ownage, if you're watching, I'm sure you probably agree, and anyone that's a Stuttgart fan, this is where my family is from in Germany, and it is none other than Wayman Gatuka, who got himself a 1-goal and 1-assist performance versus Mainz, and Wayman Gatuka's goal was actually the one that equalized after Quaison scored very early on. So a massive shift in for Stuttgart, and something you would absolutely love to see. 5-star skill moves as well. The only other guy that I kind of left out that I feel like probably deserved a little bit of love was Füllkrug for Werder Bremen. He had himself a hat-trick for Schalke, so there were only a few players that had hatties. It was Kramaric, Vardy, I'm leaving someone else out, and then Füllkrug. So he should definitely get himself an inform. If we're talking Bundesliga players, should definitely be on the short list of Bundesliga players that get themselves an inform. But that is pretty much going to do it. I think I pretty much covered it. If Füllkrug gets himself an inform, it'll probably look something like this as a right winger. That is where he started the match, I believe. We covered pretty much everyone. We're a few days away from the web app, like I said, on the 30th. That comes out on the 30th. Then EA Play kicks off, which is your 10 hours that you get on the 1st, whether you're on Xbox or PS. And then if you have the early access, you get yourselves, if you bought the Champions League or if you bought the Champions or Ultimate Edition of FIFA 21, you get the early access on the 6th, 3 days before the 9th. And there's no limitations on that. You have the full game pretty much. You can play the full game. There's no time limitations on the 6th to the 9th if you get the Ultimate or Champions Edition. But that is going to do it for the episodia, boys. You guys let me know what I got right, what I got wrong. You guys let me know maybe if there's someone that I left out. Let me know if some of the ratings or whatnot. But let me know in the comment section below. Let's have a little bit of a discussion here. And then, like I always say, boys, hit that like button if you guys did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. We're just days away from the madness. That's going to do it for the episodia, boys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow if we get some content or maybe something fun we could do. I'll catch you guys for another upload tomorrow. Till next time, my bros. Tschüss. Later. Ade.